already are.
Hey guys!
Welcome back to Talk That Talk podcast. This is episode 2, The Cost of Connections. And we're here with
Maya,
Danny,
and Lissa.
and we're the Talk That Talk crew.
Today we're going to be discussing, how social media is nowadays and just making things seem to be what they aren't. So let's jump right into it.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll start talking about how social media affects friendships and relationships. So do y'all think that social media makes us closer or more disconnected as a human race?
I want to say I think it brings us more disconnected because when you think about it, I feel like nowadays a lot of people is just about social media. Like they want that look for social media. So if you don't fit the look they're going for, they're going to do everything in their power to make it look, how they want it to look.
Okay, let me ask you. So, like, when Erica Banks was like, oh, if you don't look like this, you can't be around me or something like that. Basically, when you say, if you don't look the part, they don't want you around.
Kind of something like that, okay. Yeah. And even not just that, more so like social status as well. Because let's say like you could be hanging out with like social media influencers or something, but I don't. I'm just a chill person, like in my own bubble. And just because I don't do that, you like, well, I don't want to be around her no more because you ain't fitting, what I'm going for. So I feel like everybody is kind of like, not everybody, but some people, majority people are looking for that type of vibe within their social media.
So I feel like it kind of does both. I think that it makes us closer by we can kind of see how we can keep up with people, especially with kids or like with me, with college friends. I can kind of see like all the important accomplishments going on in their life when people are graduating, getting married, stuff like that. So I feel like even if we don't talk on a daily basis, we can still keep up with each other. Even like me and my sister, we don't talk as often, but I can still see, like what is going on in her life. So I do feel like it in a sense makes us closer. But at the same time, I feel like that can disconnect us because say I'm like, oh, we watch each other's stories, but we haven't talked or hung out in a while, then that can make us disconnected and we're not seeing each other in reality. It's kind of like on social media. So I do think that it can strain friendships in that way. Like you feel like you're still close with that person, but you're really not. Yeah.
Okay. I can see that.
Yeah. Like, I feel like I understand what you're saying. Like, that was the original thought of social media is to, like, if you have family and friends all over the world, this is how y'all stay connected. Because you can post, like, oh, the family did this today or whatever. You can post your pictures. Everybody stay connected.
Yeah.
But I do feel like it has gone from that, from, like, when Facebook came out, like, 2009. It has gone from that to what Danny said, like, disconnect. Like, everybody is so desensitized to everything on the internet. Like, I just feel like, how Danny say, if you don't have the image, they don't want to be around you. If you don't have the followers, they don't think they have to treat you with respect. And then it's like the things that you can see on the internet makes people not take things seriously. Like, the fact that we're debating Diddy's case instead of hearing what's going on and actually like being like, dang, that's messed up. We're trying to use that as a debate because that's what social media has become now. This place where I think this and I think that. Like, 100%, I don't think everybody's opinion be needed. Like,
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, but also the fact that you can see somebody die on the internet and then people don't take it seriously. Like, they're laughing and joking about it because that's so common on the internet now to see like crazy stuff and people just laugh and joke about it. Like, I understand taking a bad situation, trying to turn it positive, you joke about it, but to be joking about bad things happening to people, insane.
Yeah, I think that's where the disconnect comes from. Everyone can speak their mind. It's like some of y'all don't need to say nothing at all. So I think that's where it gets tricky because, like you said, people are giving their opinions on someone dying, where everyone should agree, okay, death is wrong, or like, if this is a sad time. Some people are, like you said, just desensitized. They don't even have emotions at this point.
Yeah.
So I think it's like giving a platform sometimes to the wrong people, and people highlight it if they think it's funny or different things like that.
Yeah.
But as far as relationships or like friendships, I kind of feel like you can kind of get insight to people, especially when they have like spam accounts and stuff like that. You'd be like, oh, I didn't even know they were like that type of person. So I feel like with anything, it's pros and cons.
Yeah.
But I think overall it is pretty negative. A negative effect.
Yeah, I like that you say negative.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. I feel like when people bring up situations, they try to see the negativity in it. Like there are no positive comments on the internet too much, really. Like, everybody want to find the negativity in something. Like, you can make a joke and they gonna be like, that's ableism. It's some type of ism. Like, it's some type of ism that they gonna use. And I literally just saw that today. I'm like, sometimes you should just be able to take a joke. I'm sorry. Like, if nobody has bad intent behind something, and you know that person didn't have bad intent behind something, that's crazy. Like, people can be talking about pancakes and somebody be like, well, I like waffles. And it's
the
like,
conversation is about pancakes,
people just be wanting to do that. And that's what I feel like the internet has become. And that's why everybody is disconnected. Like, it used to be a fun time where you be like, oh, really I'm sharing this so my people in Florida can keep up with me and they can see this, they can see that. But we lost the plot, guys.
And I was like, you can't even really do that because people weird nowadays. People making fake pages and stealing your pictures. Yeah. They be stealing people kids' pictures too.
That's
putting it on people's page. Like, that's
how
crazy.
We got catfish. That's what someone say. Like, we put our pictures on the internet.
What's his name? Neve?
Yeah. We using the internet to post our pictures, and you got somebody all the way in a whole nother side of the country using your pictures to catfish somebody else. Like, that's insane.
Y'all ever had a fake page made of y'all?
Not made of me.
I never had.
I had a fake page try to talk to me though.
Okay.
But like the boy went to school, to my actual high school, and I was like, I think I had found out his name or something, and I was like, now, look at this. No, I just found out his name was like, the person was saying their name was like Trayvon or something, and his name was Jacob. So I was like, now look at that, I got something. This is when Kick was a thing, so mind you, who you talking to for real. So I'm like, somehow this person got my Kick, and now they talk about they Trayvon. And when they used to be running through my Kick, I'm used to be like, baby, I don't know you, so get from around these parts.
Kick and Uber with some days, right?
That happened to my brother though. He got catfished.
Why would you say that?
It's really
sorry,
because it's really funny. Like, I was gonna say his name, but
we can edit it out.
Okay, sorry, B.
Only because this was years ago. So this is when Lotto. It was Lotto. It was when she was on the rap game. So she wasn't really famous at the time. It's like when she was just beginning famous. I think we were watching the rap game, but he was like, Lotto just DM me, and I was like, are you sure? Because like, she's on a whole TV show, so it was kind of weird. But he was like, yeah, I think it's her. And they talked like for a while. But it ended up being not who it was.
So
I don't remember how he found out, but
Who can't send no money?
No, he didn't send her money.
Sometimes they feel bad and they be like, this is how I really look.
Like, I think she just took on her like identity, but she didn't like scam him or anything, but yeah, it was like a little conversation. So that was crazy.
I thought I was talking to Rock Royal. So
Rock Royal?
I thought I was talking to Rock Royal, baby. So I ain't got nothing to talk about. I thought I was talking to Rock
Royal. It was closer to the mic.
From mindless behavior.
Dead.
Yeah.
I feel like if it was a famous person, I couldn't believe it.
I wouldn't believe it either.
Like, I just wouldn't be able to swallow that pill. You gonna have to FaceTime me, send me a picture or something if you famous.
Did we have FaceTime? No, we had FaceTime.
No, we didn't have FaceTime.
We did not have FaceTime. We had Uvo though. No, not for me.
Oh yeah, we had to use Uvo.
I'm thinking about middle school.
I ain't had FaceTime yet.
Oh, you must be had no iPhone.
No.
Wait, you didn't have FaceTime on middle school.
iPhones didn't come out till I was in 8th grade.
No, that's not true because I had one in.
You're 2 years.
I know, but I'm saying so
it might have been out.
So yeah, I said iPhones didn't come out till I was in 8th grade. So when they came out,
but I didn't get them when they first came out. I got them when they had been out.
And I didn't get one till like 7th grade. The 5 was out in 7th grade because I remember I had one.
But
no, that was 8th grade. I lied.
Was there?
No, I feel like the first one was the first one, and then it was like they went to 4, or it was
Siri.
3 other ones.
I just remember
Hey
I was
Siri.
in middle school.
Hey
But
Siri.
yeah, the iPhone was out way before
middle
that.
school.
Because number 4
Let me see.
was out in middle
Hey,
school.
Because it was
Siri.
the
And if it's number 4,
it was the iPod, then it was the iPod.
yeah, that's back when iPods didn't even have no.
And then
You
it was
know
the
what?
iPod.
You might be right because iPods didn't even have no camera.
No, it was just for
It was
music.
just yeah.
2007.
So
That's when FaceTime came
I was
out.
in
No, that's
second
when
grade.
the
first
first
iPhone.
I was
iPhone.
in
So when
second grade.
FaceTime came out.
When
Yeah.
did she did? When
Huh?
did FaceTime come out?
Because iPhones was around.
2010.
So yeah, we was already in middle school.
Yeah,
So
That's the time I
FaceTime was out.
because I was like, I know I didn't get it right when it came out.
Yeah, me either. So I was
So
thinking I'm
middle
tripping. Yeah,
school
FaceTime
time.
was out.
June 2010.
And I had an
I
iPhone.
was
Yeah,
in,
baby. They would have
I
had to
was in fourth
FaceTime
or
me.
fifth grade.
Call this number. FaceTime this number.
So yeah, because I think I was in like 7th grade, I think,
Mhm.
when that happened. So yeah, I didn't have
But I don't think
Yeah, you
people,
probably had no iPhone.
I don't think people like
Thought
used
about
it that
it, yeah.
much like back then as we do now.
That makes sense.
They were still on Ubu, even with the
Yeah,
but even
they
then, back then, if you famous, I know you got an iPhone. I got an iPhone. FaceTime it, baby. Let me see if it's
But
you.
they were talking on Instagram, so I don't know.
was
I don't know.
How they was talking on Instagram? Instagram DMs ain't even came out till
Right.
like.
He was
Wait.
either elementary or middle
Instagram
I'm
school.
tripping.
Oh yeah,
Instagram DMs just came out.
recently.
Instagram
Instagram.
DMs?
Because at first it was that
DMs.
ugly little boxy looking stuff, and we had to comment, have a whole comment under pictures, and then go back and delete.
That's the
each
fact, because I
comment.
remember that. You used to have to be like, oh, text me on a comment.
Really?
When did
I didn't have Instagram then, because when I had Instagram,
Instagram DM come out? In 2013.
Yeah.
So I would have been 13. He would have been 10. That seems about right.
Okay.
It was because
And then Lotto, that means Lotto is like way older
when
than
she was
him.
on the rap game. We're doing a whole investigation.
And please write him on the
What's the
pod.
timeline?
Please.
And she had fought
What
some
was
girl on the rap
happening?
game. And she had fought some girl on the 2016.
Yeah, so that means he was actually
So
older,
yeah, that
but
means
they did have
Instagram DMs was out.
yeah.
Okay.
So he was 14.
Oh, somebody was getting him good.
Okay, so he was in middle school.
Dang.
I guess that's
a
kinda
year
like-
before I graduated. Oh yeah, a year before I
That's
graduated.
I remember when Instagram DMs came out.
I was in high school, yeah.
Yeah, that was like something that was so exciting for whatever reason.
So the next question is it harder to trust in the age of DMs and likes? And hiding stuff, vanish mode, etc.
I'm dead. I can go first because for me, it's not necessarily hard to trust. I don't think, because I don't look too deep into like likes at least.
Mm-hmm.
DMs not too much either. Like if you DM happy birthday, whatever. But if you post something and then somebody like a girl reply like laughing way too hard and then y'all have a little small conversation after that, then you piss me off. But other than that, I don't look too deep into it. Like, okay, if she laugh, you laugh back, it's over with. Cool. I don't really care. I don't even really care about liking stories. Like, I don't think that's that deep because sometimes you might really agree with what's on that story, or I don't think like a man taking a picture is cute is disrespectful to me. At least not me. I don't really care.
What's
But
laughing too hard?
you laughing too hard
Like
is
LMAO.
when LMAO.
It's not that funny.
She done LMAO, you done LMAO, and now y'all still talking about this one post. That's
That was
too much.
funny. No, I'm cracking
Yeah,
up.
that literally
Like,
happened to me before. Like, that y'all ain't need to talk about that. Like, you ain't did nothing that funny. Like, oh, I thought that video was just so hilarious. Y'all gotta keep talking about it. She can laugh, you can laugh. End it right there.
you don't even have to respond to her. You can
Please.
react to
You
the
can
post.
just react with a laugh. I'm
React
with
to
you.
the laugh.
Let's react with a laugh. We don't gotta
You
get
ain't gotta
too deep
say
into
nothing.
it. But me personally, I don't think that's that serious. But like social media has gotten so advanced, like you said with the vanish mode and stuff. If I catch you vanish mode, and I'm take your head
Red
off.
flag.
But that's just definitely red flag.
Oh, it let you know about vanish
But
mode,
vanish
too, right?
mode, that's too much. And like when men only use Snapchat, that's when you know they're a cheater. When all lines of communication is through Snapchat, they got a girlfriend and they only use that because they know the messages disappear.
Especially when you see
You
that
can
streak.
save messages on Snapchat now.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
you
can, but on your
But you don't
end,
have
you
to.
can't save it for
Yeah,
them.
You don't have to.
They just
Oh,
letting
really?
it.
If you don't save the messages, they disappear.
I thought if you save it, it saves on both ends. Cause I know like somebody. Okay, because I was about to say.
But I was saying,
but still, she probably could just delete it.
But I was saying if neither of them saves, it's still gone.
Yeah, like you know, like just
especially
delete
if it's
the chat.
inappropriate, they're probably not gonna save it.
Yeah.
And sometimes I be feeling like I said, I know if a man is using Snapchat, he's cheating. So if you want to talk to a man on Snapchat, you know he's cheating and you ain't sharp.
The streaks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If someone got a streak, if you easily have a streak, and I hate when they used to be like,
that's still
we're just sending. I don't know. I don't do it anymore.
It's like,
but
you ask what it is.
No, I'm saying do streaks still happen on Snapchat?
I think they do.
Let's delete Snapchat.
Well, I have Snapchat for like memories, but I don't talk to anyone on there. But when it was popping, if he was like, or anybody, if they were like, they had a streak, but they're like, oh, we just send like pictures of the wall, or like you don't know what they send.
Yeah, because you can put that little line message there.
You don't know what was sent because it's a picture and the picture deleted. So that's very messy.
Oh,
and they still do that, so they probably cheating like that too. They taking a picture and writing the message on the picture.
Yeah, so
that
you
way
never
they can't
know
see
what is on that message.
That's
yeah,
weird.
but I don't really get to that deep into that stuff. Like I know my man ain't got Snapchat, but back in the day, that's insane.
So
I remember somebody recently asked me if I had Snapchat, and I just had to say no.
Yeah, because
like,
you weird.
Why are you like in your late 20s on Snapchat?
Cheating, girl. I'm gonna tell you.
I guess people still use that as a form of communication.
Girl, they cheating.
I haven't talked to on anyone on there. The only thing I do on there is like have my memories because my storage kind of fills up. And then if it's like a memory pops up with a friend, I'll send it to them. But other than that, I don't really use Snapchat to
That's what I'm saying. Nobody does that. Only cheaters.
But as far as the question, vanish mode. Oh, okay. So with likes, I don't have an issue with likes. But if it's like an inappropriate video or them showing too much and you like it, then I'm gonna just look at you like, okay, I'm watching. And if you like all of their pictures, I'm watching.
Okay.
Because why you like all
if you like all their pictures,
that's what I'm saying.
That's one thing because that means you on their page.
Every time they post,
you like it.
You liking like I can understand like one or two y'all went to school together.
If it come across the feed, you like.
If it come across the feed, or if it's like you know that person,
pictures.
or if I say like if you like, we're getting too deep. But
hey, we need to get deep. Let's get deep.
If you like all their pictures and I ask you who this person is and you say you don't know, you're lying. Okay, but anyways,
they might not be lying, but that means you want to know that person.
Or you want to get to know that person, or you're trying to send a signal to that person because y'all remember like that's how people used to shoot their shot by liking all the pictures on their page. Like you're trying to be sneaky. So I don't care if it's like 1 or 2 likes here and there, but if you liking all their pictures, that's a red flag.
And I'm so glad that's over and done with now, cause I done had somebody tell me, they was like, that's why I was liking all your stuff, Danny, because I was trying to shoot my shot.
I feel like now, that type of shooting your shot is just so childish to me. It's like, I don't even pay attention. Like, exactly, like, you know how many people like your picture?
And then it's the fact that we communicated. So it's like, we communicate, so why not just,
Danny,
I like you.
Be upfront.
Yeah.
Or liking the story, to be like, they like my story. No, you should be able to have a conversation with that person.
Sometimes that really like shows who the weirdos are.
It does.
To me, at least. Like,
I ain't catching. I'm sorry.
That's where how deep they is on social media, that they think likes and stuff mean something. Like, you know how many people like this story? You know how many people like this picture? Like, baby, use your words.
I feel like it's very lazy because there was this one guy. He was like responding to my polls. I'd be like, should I do blah blah blah?
Oh.
He would respond to the polls. Then he started liking my story. Then he started responding to my story. So I don't remember how, but I think I like asked him a question or something because I'm like, you're weird. Like, this has been like a couple of weeks and you're just like liking my stuff. You haven't said anything. So I don't remember if I reached out or if he did, or if he responded to a question and then I started a conversation and it was a long conversation. But as soon as, so I think it was like a day or two, and I was like, he was like, we should have a phone call, da 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 da. I'm like, okay, cool. So every time I was trying to have that phone call, he would disappear. Or every time I was trying to FaceTime, he would disappear.
That's so weird.
I was like, that's very strange. But like, he would post often. So I'm like, I don't know if it was a catfish or if he like was talking to someone else, or he had a baby mama, or
Men
like
are so
he was with someone else. But I'm like, why are you even? You started with me. You're liking my stuff.
Yeah.
You know, responding to my story. So it's like, people are weird on social media. half the time most of the time I just ignore it.
I agree.
Unless you're direct in communication. Like that guy who was like, I'm trying to talk to your friend.
Yeah,
and
like
all he does.
That was so weird.
Huh?
On my end.
A guy came in my DM for Shalistia. And remember I screenshot it? I was like,
why didn't you just go to her?
Yeah.
I didn't even answer that because I was like,
that's weird.
You're a loser for doing it. Like, I understand if you really had already came to her and was to come straight to me and think that I want to be a middleman and you grown, it's HE double hockey sticks.
It's crazy.
Why? Like, I feel like social media has made men lazy when it comes
and that's what I
to
don't like.
having an approach.
They be quick to say, "Oh,
I
women don't shoot they shot. Women don't shoot they shot. Women don't approach men." But when you do, they do messy stuff. What I told you,
I'm dead.
they do messy stuff.
Yeah, we don't approach you because that shows you don't really like us. For like, if we have to come up to you to talk to you, I'ma feel like you never wanted to talk to me, or you're just entertaining me
I
just because
just
I'm
want to
entertaining
say,
They princesses.
Yeah, you want to
I just want to say
say.
I can't say all that because that's kind of how I met my boyfriend. Is I went up to him,
But that's
just how I am. Sometimes, like when I done had me a little drink and I'm in the mood, I'm a little bold. So I went up to him and I told him, "You be liking my stuff on Instagram. Now we here in real life," and he took it from there. So. Really, he did take control after that.
I'm not saying that it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, sometimes when we do,
yeah,
you can't really tell, like, or for the guy, for example, how I was saying how he was liking my stuff, so then I had to reach out first, and now you're playing in my face. At that point, that doesn't make sense to me.
But that's another thing we can talk about is sometimes with men, it'd be the chase for them. Like,
they want women to
like one thing about me, I be telling young girls, if you done no to a man, you never give him a yes. Because once you give him that yes, baby, he gonna take you up and through there. He gonna take you through the ringer. He gonna do you so dirty. He gonna do you so dirty. You gonna be thinking like, am I crazy or something? Because he was just on my body, and now he doing me so dirty. I mean.
She might tell you a joke, but
I never tell you a
lie. She'll never tell you a lie.
I think it was you who told me that because there was a situation where this guy was like trying for the longest, and I was like, should I just? Danielle was like, no, and I think both of y'all were like, don't do it, so I didn't. I blocked him. But
I did it, and I shouldn't have.
Yeah, that's what I was
gonna
saying. I think y'all told me not to. So
yeah, it only take one time for me to experience thing and learn my lesson.
No, if you friend zone a dude, keep him in the friend zone.
Keep him there. Matter of fact, no need to be friends with him.
Yeah,
I almost
just leave him.
I'm now learning that she has.
Look, she was
the relationship.
What did you say? Your mama live it out for you, so you don't got to do it. She was my.
Man, cause y'all, I was not listening. Like I swear, I did not listen. It was a point in time where I asked her, "What you think about this?"
Fly get you in so much trouble
every time,
and that's why I stopped doing it every time. I don't need to do it for the fly. I don't need to go through it.
Sometimes you gotta learn experiences on your own, which is what kind of person I am. Like. Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes I'm just like, I never said that.
I know. Answer the question.
Change up
the question is it harder to trust in the age of DMs and likes?
Is it harder to trust in the age of DMs and likes? I'm gonna say the old me probably would have thought that it was, but the new version of me, the grown woman version of me, I don't care about no likes no more. Like they said, if it's like anything inappropriate or like somebody showing their body off, I'm gonna kind of like look at it like, what's the point in liking it? But it's a like I'm pretty sure you don't even know who this person is. Like this lady probably live in Puerto Rico or Kansas and you in Savannah. Like I'm not worried about nobody. Why? That's like the whole cooking with Kaya thing. Like why would I allow somebody from social media that I don't know put fear in my head that they could take my man? No, that's crazy. But anyways, I don't care about that. DMs, keep it cute. Keep it on the playground. Nothing.
How don't keep it on the playground?
Keep it on the playground. Like all this, like don't be trying to laugh your way in no DMs. Like
exactly.
Like no, like they said, just an emoji. Keep it like that.
Wednesdays.
It's Like nothing too
Oh,
serious.
yeah, I was
like,
trying to bite my tongue too.
No, I burped. But I was gonna say, once they say send your number or a text, like once it moves from the DMs to the text messages,
Yeah.
oh
that's
yeah,
a red flag.
That's dead. Ain't no sending no numbers or
Yeah.
nothing like that. We don't play them games.
I'm
I just
dead.
see it as if you don't want me doing it, don't do it.
Period.
Just like you gotta, like you feel like you got you that one. Have that same thought. Have that same thought in your head about me, like, oh. And I know it's probably worse on her end because you know how men are. So
I'm dead.
yeah, but I don't care.
I was gonna say the only way likes and DMs could probably bother like a woman for real, or like anybody in general, is if your partner is somehow making you feel that insecurity. Like if you, because for me, like, come on now, I know what I got, he know what he got, and as long as we both know what we got,
We good.
we good. I really don't worry about nobody coming in between what I got. Like I really don't, because I have that security within my relationship. So that's how I feel. So if you have some type of worries about what a man doing it when he likes something or he DMs, like it sometimes they don't even that serious. And if you can say something that's not that serious and make it deep, you need to either look within or look between y'all and see what that issue is.
Y'all ever had somebody hide their story from y'all?
No.
Okay.
I never had nobody hide their story from me. And I never hear my story from nobody.
I had my story. Well, I didn't hide my story, but I definitely had a story hidden from me, and I had my little, and they used to hate it. I had the little page. You always watching, and you always watching my story from these pages. Now he found one and blocked it, but
not the
he
fake
knew about the other
pages.
one. But
I'm dead.
I showed
How did
it.
you find it?
I'm
Did it
trying
have like
to
a
think.
similar name or something?
I'm trying to think. No, how did he find it?
Because I'm like,
I'm trying to think.
I'm
I think it was a one time. I forgot why, but he had snatched my phone out my hand. He snatched my phone out my hand while I was scrolling. He was like, "This how it was."
Yeah, that's what scrolling.
I was scrolling. No, like I was on. I forgot what I was doing, but I was just on my phone scrolling. That man said, "Let me see that right quick."
oh wow!
And went in the kitchen and just started going through my phone, and I was like, "Okay."
Just wait till I'm asleep. One thing I mean, I don't even care. I don't even hand it over, but I would prefer for you to wait till I'm asleep so I could just have a little bit more respect for you. Because if you in my face going through my phone, that's so weird. Because I'm gonna have respect for you. 9 times out of 10, you probably won't even know I went through your phone. Even if I see something, I ain't have no emotions about it unless it's something so bad where I have to bring it up. But other than that, you would never even know I went through your phone. Like, could never know. Like, I wouldn't change nothing about me. Like,
see, my thing is like, I feel like you don't really know the person until you go on their phone. But then you can't do it while they know because they're going to delete everything.
Exactly.
So you got to be sneaky with it. I don't go through phones because I'm going to be...
I ain't never got caught going through a phone.
I'm going to be 20 pounds lighter.
I ain't going to say I don't go through phones. I'm going to say I never got caught going through a phone.
Yeah, I don't go through phones anymore because I'm going to be 20 pounds lighter. So, because, I don't know, a part of me feels like it's just the bad situations, but a part of me just feels like everyone hides something, whether it's like serious or not to you. But I feel like if you go through someone's phone, you're gonna find something that you don't want to find. Like you're gonna find something. So I just say that it's gonna to me, it's gonna reveal itself.
I ain't hiding nothing in my phone. Like I would hand my phone over for you to go through. I just feel like I just would have more respect for you if you hid the fact that you went through my phone.
Y'all, my first time going through that phone.
That's what I'm saying.
The petty thing I did. I told you what I think I told
but I'm thinking about how I went through a phone and everything was deleted for like years. I'm saying, so you ain't messaged nobody since 2014.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta do it. You gotta catch them off guard.
Nah, y'all, I had made a whole little booklet. And I went to Staples. I went to Staples, printed all that shit out. I made 2 copies, one for me, one for
me. The people at Staples were like reading as they print.
This too messy. Wait till you figure this out.
They was like, oh my God.
Because I know I'm messy. One thing about when people be calling, telling their life stories at work, I be listening like, this man literally was just calling me, telling me how when he was in jail, he was paying his life insurance, and now the auntie done put her name on everything. He can't even do nothing with the life insurance, but die and she get the money.
Why is she?
Because he went to prison. He gave her power of attorney. Baby, she put everything in her name. He telling y'all.
So he
she
can't take it back.
Houses and stuff. Yeah, not until she give it back. She done put his houses in her name. I was on the phone like, what? She did what? All this is going on. He was asking me. I was like, now wait a minute. I don't have no type of jurisdiction to tell you what to do. You got to speak to a lawyer. But you can keep telling me about what
she said, but you can keep
Ain't you keep going. I'm listening.
But y'all. Okay, so our next question is, do online friendships feel real or surface level?
So I feel like for this one, it just depends on the people, and because sometimes you just want to talk to people on social media that you probably never run into, and then sometimes you do want to hang out with these people, or like sometimes you have that friend where y'all just respond to each other's stuff, but you're never gonna like hang out or schedule anything. So it just depends on the type of person and the type of relationship. But I feel like for me, the only time where a social media friend is like an in-person friend is if I meet them in person. Yeah. If I meet them on social media, I'm not trying to meet you outside, like in person. Yeah. I don't know. Unless it's like, I guess I'll have to like feel you out for a while, kind of watch you and observe to see before it kind of goes with the catfish thing. It's like, just because you appear this way on Instagram doesn't mean, and when I see you in person, I'm like, this is not what I thought. So I try to avoid that. I try to just keep like social media on social media, and if I know you're in person, we can converse through social media, but at least I know you in person.
Mm-hmm. I think that was me and Maya. We were social media friends.
Oh, yeah.
And the girl poke their weekend.
Yeah. So I'm like, if you meet in person, that's cool. But I don't be like, let's meet in person.
Yeah.
Especially our first contact. Like, oh, we should hang out.
No. I can't get into that.
Yeah. And it's something on Twitter. I think it was on Twitter. It was a girl. I think she had just moved somewhere and she wanted like some new friends or something. Mm-hmm. And a girl had like messaged her and was like, hey, we should link up. Can you come get me? Da da da. Mm-hmm. The girl went to go get her. And it was something going on about some dude and a gun. It was a lot. Like, it was dude a lot. It was a lot. Like, it was somebody got shot or something.
That's crazy. She probably was, like, getting into her man, and it's like, you come get me, and now she read
it. Now you read it.
Oh, no.
That's insane. But I feel you on that. Like, sometimes you do just have people that you just comment, like, on each other's stuff, and that's just all it is. And that just make it, like you say, that's just that surface level online friendship. But sometimes online friendships can become real, like Danny, Lissa, like those are people that I met online through another person, and then we just became like real cool people. Like, that's people that I love, talk to. Like, it's real. And even though, because with social media friendships, sometimes it be the fact that people be living like somewhere else, so you don't really get to see them as much, but that don't make it any less real, if you ask me. Like, sometimes you can't live with all your friends. Like, I have friends that live out of town, even though I met them in person and not online. It's I feel like it's the same thing. Like, it's just that it's a long distance friendship.
That's like with our girl Lissa. She was out online. We love you, Lissa.
Met in real life, right? And it's still stuck. Like, sometimes you meet a person in real life and be like, this is not the same thing within the messages. Yeah. You're a little crazy, little cuckoo. I can't get into it. Like what you said with the situation, like they might have been texting, they might have been cool. Then you really get deep into their life and now they crazy.
They have going on in their personal life, and now you're wrapped in.
And you just like, I'm never gonna hang out with you in person again.
Like, that's enough.
Well, I will say, like, having mutual friends, that makes me more trusting. Yeah. If it's like you don't, nobody I know follow you, and you just came out of blue, no, I feel like you're
we couldn't be friends for that. Yeah, we couldn't be friends for that.
I feel like it's a target. But if we have like a whole bunch of mutual friends, you're in Savannah, or I don't want to say.
And Savannah is small, so everybody knows.
In the same
somebody knows.
I gotta be able to do a bound.
I
need to be able to.
You went to the same high school.
Yeah.
Somebody
gonna know.
Like,
you.
there has to be an intertwine. You can't just come out the blue. Nobody knows you. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
We're gonna find you.
So segment 2, we're gonna be talking about how social media affects parenting and influencing kids.
Okay.
So first question is, gentle parenting versus old school styles. Is social media setting our new standard?
I feel like social media does make gentle parenting that number one parenting style on the internet because, you know, everybody feels like hitting your kids is wrong. And I kind of feel the same way to a certain extent. Like, I feel like as a parent, you don't take it there unless your child takes it to a point where, yeah, now I have to give you a cutting, a butt whipping. Like, I gotta show you, like, I'm the parent, you're the child, and it's not gonna go that easy. But like every child is different. Every child is not going to make you take it there. So I'm not going to say I'm going to banish the old school way of doing things. I'm just gonna be like that person who utilizes new school things and old school things because them Drew Hills, my kids will be doing Drew Hills. My kids will be doing 6 inches. My kids
6 inches.
When you lay on the floor, you have to put your legs up for 6 inches.
Oh.
And if you're too high, bring it down. If you're too low, bring it up 6 inches. We used to do that in summer camp. 6 inches, running laps, 1,000 jump jacks. Like, I don't want to have to whoop my kids, but I know I can use other tactics to,
for sure.
you know, discipline them. So that's how I feel about it.
But I feel the same way. I'm definitely going to be using a mixture of both gentle and old school because I ain't gonna lie. When I was younger, I was a little bad. I was bad and I got my behind toe. But I mean, it made me who I am today. I'm not like a crash out child or bad. Like it actually gave me structure. So like they said, some children, you know which child you got to use certain things for, and you know what level you'll have to use, you know, gentle or old school. But yeah, like she said, that training type of punishment, that's definitely something I'm gonna be using. Sometimes you might even have to just jack the child up. You don't even gotta beat them. You gotta make them scared of you. A lot of parents don't scared.
It's authoritative. But like that's where it
Respect.
starts in the beginning.
Yeah.
Where like that gentle parenting, where it's like you need to let that child know you're not asking.
They're trying.
I'm telling you, and you need to get it done.
Yeah.
They be trying to be friends instead of being parents, and I think that's where it comes from. I don't got kids, so I don't, you know, people be like, oh, if you ain't got kids, you can't speak too much. I feel like I can still kind of give my opinion on that though, because like I knew not to play with my mama when I was younger. When they be like, get out of grown folks' business, okay, let's go in my room. You get popped in your mouth so quick, like you just know like in your head what not to do. Like some kids today, they be in grown folks conversation putting their opinion in. You just looking like, why you even out here? You should be in your room.
Like I feel like when we was younger, we knew how to separate what we could say to kids or we could say to adults. I feel like kids nowadays don't have that. Definitely. Like I just saw a little girl. She was like, "Oh, look at my nails." Then she turned around to another little girl talking about, "Oh, and yeah, when I see you, I need that." No way I could have said that to her in front of an adult. And my parent,
she said, "I need that."
Yes, to another little girl. Ain't no way I could have said that. My parent ain't been like,
"What you mean?
What that mean?" And you need to go apologize and all that. Like I knew it's certain things I can say with my friends, with my siblings, but I bet not dare say that in front of my parents.
What would you do hearing that as a parent? I need that. No, not I need that.
Exactly.
What you need? I
ain't raising no bullies. Period.
Yeah. I need that. Give me that. Give me that. What you got? Let me see what you got. Go
That's
ahead.
funny because sometimes parents used to need that over the smallest things. Like you might have spilled something, now you getting your butt cut. Like it was an accident.
Yeah. You drop a plate, you getting thrown across the You getting thrown across the, like, I'm sorry, like I didn't mean to.
And I feel like that's why our generation is in that in between. Because like you're not gonna play with me, but I'm not going to overdo it for you. Because sometimes parents used to overdo it. Like it was not
my mama definitely overdid it.
You get my butt wet.
You overdid it, mama. You OD. You OD sometimes. So, y'all,
a real mom. Let's get a real mom.
Because I was about to say, I gotta beat it so bad. Like I knew I was about to get my behind toe up real bad. So I came home and my brother told me to do this. He talked about some put on like
my brothers used to do that. My brothers used to put on 1,000 things.
He told me to put on like extra underwear, extra pants. So when I did it, when I came home and she started beating me. She saw, she was like, you doing all that yelling and you don't even feel nothing. She said, take it. She didn't even come back in the room to finish. But she didn't even come back in the room to finish.
She was tired. She went to sleep.
Oh my Lord.
I be telling my grandma about whipping she used to give us, and all of a sudden she don't
remember. Yo,
oh my God, my grandma
don't remember.
Whipped my butt so bad with an extension cord one time. Yes, me and my brother, she was whipping on us. It was the night before church, and my brother,
what y'all did before church?
At my grandma's house, you get one big bed, so we all used to be sleeping in the same bed. And my biggest brother used to be an antagonizer, so he used to be antagonizing me. So what I'm trying to get the attention of adults. So I'm yelling, "Grandma, you bothering me?" So I'm in the room. And I'm yelling up to the living room. She called both of us up there and get a 10, both of us. So I'm like, I'm the victim. And I'm getting toe up. She said, well, you shouldn't have been yelling. You said we couldn't get out of bed.
I need your attention. I'm trying to get your attention. Big Cat ain't played.
Big Cat ain't played. She played now, but back then, Big Cat ain't played.
She don't play by money.
She played. Oh. She let him get whatever he want. She don't care. She be telling him, yeah, you're not bad.
Oh.
You didn't do that. It was an accident.
Okay, so speaking from experience, I feel like there's definitely ideas and stuff like, okay, before I have a kid, I want to do this and that. But like when you have the kid, everyone has a different personality, and you have, like, as a parent, you kind of have to cater to that personality. So like this kid, you may need to beat them because that's the only way that's going to get their attention. Yeah. Some kids literally don't react to a beating. You can beat them and they're going to do the same thing tomorrow. That's so like, was that really effective? Mm-hmm. So my thing with parenting is effectiveness. And I've also learned that depending on their age, they grow up and they learn new things, do different things. So like they could have just been having bad behavior. Okay, you whoop them, whatever. Or Melanie, I used to put her in timeout and that would work like a charm. And I thought like, oh, timeout doesn't work. But that was only for like when she was like 3. So that just lasted for that time period. Then I got to escalate it as she gets older. Mm-hmm. I got to do different things. But I feel like it depends on the child and depends on the parent. Like with my parents, my mom was the aggressive one. She would whoop us and then come love on us like the next second. So it's like,
I can't stand parents like
and
that.
I hated
Do
it.
Do you want to go to the store? No, I'm in my room crying.
Yeah, so like she would beat us and then be like, okay, dinner's ready. So we could never really like stay mad at her. I used to hate that I couldn't stay mad at her. I'm like, she just whooped me and like did all these things.
How dare you?
And I
but
can't.
One thing about me, I can hold a grudge.
Yeah,
and that comes from childhood. I don't care how nice my daddy was. Negro, you just cut my bad. Like, you just whooped me. Because you talking about the store and food.
I'm gonna go to the store.
Yeah.
I'm so good at the silent treatment just off how I used to do my daddy. Like, I don't play. One thing about me, I can stay silent. I'm talking so much mess up here, I don't even gotta say it out loud.
And like, that's what I'm saying. It depends on the child. Like, to you, that could have traumatized you or like piss you off for For me, okay, I'm brushing it off. Like, we're cool now. So then with my dad, he would just talk for hours and hours. I asked him one question, or if I get in trouble one time, we're in the living room talking for 2 hours. Can I use the bathroom? No, sit right here. Let's talk about. And that was torture. Used to work too. It worked.
Like when my dad used to be talking about disappointed and stuff, I'm in tears. Oh my God, not you disappointed.
That disappointed word used to play deep when we was young.
It's like, oh my God, I really took it too far.
Like, that's how it used to be. He never whooped me. As a boy, he whooped my brother, but he never whooped me. All he had to do was have a conversation with me, and I'm just like, okay, I know not to do it anymore. Like, I don't want to be here for 2-3 hours. Like, don't let him say we're having a family meeting and the whole house is getting talked about.
Dad's love family meetings.
Y'all, we tried to have a family meeting when my mama went. Didn't even work. Didn't even get the meeting started. Like, baby ended the meeting before it started. She said, we're not doing this. We're in the room and close the door.
And I was in the room like, baby, who is you in the meeting, baby? We in the room and
close the door.
Nah, his family meetings were real effective because nobody wanted to do that again.
Y'all couldn't move?
Huh?
Y'all couldn't move?
No, you gotta get up.
If you have to use the bathroom, okay, come back and sit down so we can finish the conversation.
I'll be in the bathroom for a bit. I'll be like, my stomach hurts.
Yeah, like, you're in there for longer than usual. Come out.
Now you're going to knock and get you.
And you have to sit there like, I would used to be like crying. I don't care if you're crying. We're still going to have the conversation. Like, that was torture, but it worked. So like I was saying, it depends on the parent and it depends on, like, he didn't whip me, but okay, I'm gonna do something else that's effective. And that's what I'm like learning with Mel. Like, at first I didn't whip her because I saw whoopings as like, you're you're taking it out on the child that you're angry. Like you said, you spilled something or dropped something. That's like a mistake.
Yeah.
But as a parent, you're like, I can't believe you tore my floor, whooping them, beating them. It's like, no, they made a mistake. So for me, I didn't whip Melanie until it's like something serious or like if she gets in trouble at school or whatever. That's how I parent her now. Is like, if it's something serious, I will whoop her. If it's like a quick, I'll pop her. So it's like different levels.
Yeah. My grandma used to have a look, like a look that she made in public.
It works for some
and we knew cut it out right now. Like,
cut it out.
So that's funny.
Yeah, I feel like that doesn't work with all.
Yeah, it don't work all kids. My nephew could never catch it in. You give him a look right now, he'd be like, okay. Why you looking at me like that? What's wrong? And he just keep doing it like, oh, why you looking at me like that? And he just keep going like, he don't see the look.
Why you look like that? But so my first question, when it comes to school, like you just brought up, because you know how like even us, when we was in school, we knew how some of these teachers were. Yeah. How do you go about like if a teacher complains about behavior, but you just... How do you go about
that's happened, and I try to get like all sides of the story. So like one time I got a phone call while I'm at work. Melanie's having a food fight with the girls and da 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 da. I'm like, I'm on the way right now. Yeah. Like, food fight? No, man, we don't do that. So I'm getting up there mad. Like, she had to call me while I'm at work, getting up there. So then I get up there and I'm like, okay, so what did the details? Yeah, I'm like, so what happened? Oh, they were playing with their food and like smushing it and like mashing it and making a mess.
That don't sound like a food fight.
Outside. I said, you had me... That's why I had to come back and ask again, like, what are all the details? Because you just described something completely different on the phone, and now, like, I could have came up, beat her. No, say I didn't ask for an explanation when I get there. Okay, now she's going to whoop in because you're that means you're throwing food. Yeah. But when I get there, they're playing with their food outside. That's completely different.
Yeah, food fight is when I was in high school when they throw apple at my bag.
I feel like with stuff like that, I feel like that's when it comes to knowing your child.
Knowing your child, yeah.
Because it's some things that my daddy would get a call about and be like, that don't sound too right. Yeah. And he might come up to the school or we talk on the phone and he'd be like, yeah, that ain't sound too right. And now he knows how to approach that teacher because he know, I know my child and I know my child because my daddy had us scared straight. So I know my child ain't doing that, what you saying. Yeah. So go ahead and say what the actions actually were instead of trying to
and I'm glad you
shorten it up into whatever, you know, because sometimes teachers will word things in a way that make it sound worse than what it is for whatever reason. And sometimes that, I hate to make it racial, but it be racial because when it be white teacher, black kids, sometimes they word stuff to make it sound worse than what it is. Like, I remember one teacher was like, I can't remember what it is or why they call my daddy, but it wasn't even nothing too crazy. Like, I might have been like laughing or like, you know, you a kid. Yeah. Of course, you probably ain't laughing when you're supposed to be laughing, but she tried to make it seem like, oh, I was just such this big disruption. And my daddy was like, I know my child ain't just, I ain't even the type of child that's gonna go and be the center of attention. So that don't even sound correct. So when you as a parent can sometimes decipher like,
you know your child,
that don't really sound like my child, then you get all the facts and you be like, I figured it out. So
and that reminded me of when I was in 5th grade and I had a long-term sub. That's what it's called. Like when your teacher go out. Yeah. And for some reason it was just like, and it seemed like it was all the black kids and then the white kids that hung out with the black kids. This lady literally seemed like she called my mama every single day. And my mom just like, it got to a point where she's like,
or didn't.
Huh?
I was gonna say that she like listened to everything.
It's not that she didn't at one point she was like, you know, like, why would you do that? But at some point it got to, she was like, why?
It's like,
she was like, it's no way my child is doing this every single day. And I'm at home talking to her or you know, doing this and that, and there's no way you still calling me every single day about her acting out like something not right. So it got to a point where my cousin, she even like, you know, she work at the school, so she like, some teachers do kind of, you know, such and such and such. Yeah. And I think she asked me like what was going on and I explained to her and she was like, you need to go, you know, go up to the school and talk to that teacher or like you need to get understanding with the principal because teachers do be lying on kids for no reason and it's like crazy the stuff they'll come up with.
She clearly just gave an example because that was crazy.
But to summarize, basically, yes, knowing your child, I feel like just asking the teacher what happened, ask your child what happened, and then you can kind of like put together like what happened. Because yeah, some teachers be exaggerating. One time, it was the stupidest thing. This teacher accused me of stealing her pen, and she made a whole exaggeration over this pen.
Wow.
I just happened to have like the same
as
pen
a kid or a parent?
In 6th grade.
Okay.
Oh yeah, when I was in 6th grade.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm using this pen. I got it from like a business event. The teacher's like, "That's my pen. No one else has that pen."
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "I got this pen from the event or whatever." She's like, "No, there's no way. I'm calling your mom right now. You're stealing my stuff." I said, "Go ahead and call her," because my mom was there too, and she know this is my pen. So how about she calls my mom? My mom comes up to school the next day and like talks to her and like, I was literally at the event with her. Like, why are you lying on my child? Basically, like had a conversation with the lady, but thankfully I feel like as a parent, you should, yes, when you know your child, you can have a conversation with them and know like some stuff is just dumb.
Yeah.
But some stuff is like, just ask them what happened. Yeah. Or, I don't know. I feel like back then, parents were quick to be like, "Oh, you got in trouble at school, you're getting a whooping." No matter what it is, if I get a call. And then also
grandchildren.
Yeah. Also, I was going to say, some teachers, if they notice the parent reacts or comes up to the school,
they'll definitely be calling.
They're going to call you more. Mm-hmm. So they used to do that to my mom when I first moved down here in 5th grade. When I first moved to Georgia, they saw me hanging out with, I guess, like the bad group of girls that always got in trouble. Mm-hmm.
But sometimes they be saving you, though.
Yeah,
sometimes they be saving
they were
you
doing
from going down that road.
And
now that I can understand.
No, but I didn't like the fact that they said they were like calling my mom, "Hey, she's hanging out with a group that she shouldn't be." But this is before I even like did anything. Mm-hmm. This is like 2 weeks in. Yeah. I could understand if I was like starting to show signs of like disruption, but you're calling my mom to come up to the school and I'm not even doing anything. Yeah. I just sit by this person or like call this person my friend. But me personally, I never like got in trouble at school. But yeah, I feel like with social media, they're trying to pass this trend on like, we need a gentle parent and that you shouldn't whoop your kids because it's like abuse. And some kids have taken like whoopings from their parents. You know, it's not. But they were like, "My parents abused me," and all these things.
Call the police.
Yeah, like they'll call the police, and some people take it like really harsh. That's not like, you should just know your child. Like if you know that's traumatizing to your child, maybe that's not how you should parent it because that's not effective. So yeah, I think it just depends on the child. And nowadays, I feel like parents are given, or like we're the new parents, so I feel like we're giving our kids more of. We're hearing them out more than how they used to do back then. Back then, they don't care what you say. But now we're like, we consider it. Yeah. It's like, it's not, you don't tell us what to do, but it's like, it kind of bases how you respond. Yeah.
I just feel like it's no one way to parent. Yeah. So, like, I don't feel like you should just, you should do this, you should do that. And I don't feel like people should just listen to what outsiders have to say. Yes, some things you should take into consideration, but ultimately it's up to you. And you know your child, so you know how to parent your child, and you know what works for this child may not work for this one. Mm-hmm. So yeah, everything can't be gentle parenting because that does not work for every kid. No matter how hard you might try to make it work, if they don't take heed to that gentle parenting, you're going to send a child out here in this world that's just going to continue to ignore all type of authorities, and you don't want to do that. Yeah. So I just believe whatever works for your child, you do for your kid to ensure that they become a law-abiding citizen by the time they grow up, because man, they be some type of people they send into this world, and us other individuals got to deal with them. I ain't with it.
I love that you said law-abiding citizen, because at the end of the day, if they can do that, respect authority and abide by the law, they'll be successful, pretty much. Because I feel like it shouldn't be hardcore either or, because some people beat their kids, it's not effective, they're still bad. Some people don't beat their kids, it's still not effective, they're still bad. So yeah, I feel like it's a balance with anything.
So next we'll be talking about the pros of cons of kids growing up in front of the camera. So, you know, baby influencers, and then growing up in front of screens, you know, giving your kids iPads and phones all the time. Like 3-year-olds with a cell phone. Insane.
I just want to say, to the first part, kids growing up in front of the camera, I feel like there's pros and cons. I feel like it's good. So say they're a child influencer, I feel like they should just be a child influencer and then stop like influencing until maybe they're like go through school, and then they can decide if they want to continue on or not. And I only say that because kids today's society are making a ton of money. Like some of these kids make millions, and like their whole family will never have to work again. And I feel like that's what it's for. Like, you're trying to make money, you're trying to make a living. So I feel like that's fine, but I don't think you should be following their whole childhood, because at that point you're not giving them any privacy to grow. And then we're watching your child grow, so then people are making comments, and that kind of goes back to like Disney stars, and like we saw them grow up from on the screen all the way to they're an adult, and you see when they have their episodes where they like lash out because of certain things. So I feel like there should just be a break in between when they're a child, if they're a child influencer, and then to make an adult decision.
Yeah, for sure. Because isn't that what Raven did? She started off on the Cosby, and then she came up and did like Kim Possible, and then
when she decided she wanted to stop, she could stop.
She stopped. Yeah, that girl's and she said she's still spending Cosby Show money. She didn't even touch
such a big show,
and
then they get Raven, and Raven is such a big show.
She didn't even touch Raven money yet.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
but we did see her change. Like, she was still affected by being a star her whole life.
Oh yeah.
Because at least not negatively, not a whole lot of negativity. Because like you can kind of see the negative things like within like her,
but then she
got
it together.
But she's not as bad as some of the people that she's been on TV with. Orlando Brown.
Yes, Orlando Brown.
He never had a break. Yeah.
Sometimes you need that break.
Yeah, but sometimes when people whole family rely on them making that check, it do bring you a little crazy. Yeah. So that's why I feel like with the putting the camera in front of your baby face, I feel like it should be a choice. If that child is okay, cool. But once that baby starts saying no, it's a no, because that's literally like a Netflix documentary where this lady, her whole dream is to be this influencer, and she was forcing her kids to literally act happy on camera.
I need to see
where
that.
You been at? Like act happy on camera and do it like, oh, we starting over, like evil behind the camera, but then as soon as the camera turn on, it's smiles and happiness, making them kids fake like everything is all cool, and it's not. So I just feel like if the kids are on board for it, cool. But if your kids are resisting against it and like, no, they don't want to do it, it's a no.
Yeah.
And with the whole putting screens in front of your kids, I just don't feel like screens should raise your kids. But I do understand that there are certain programs on the screen that can help your kid. Because Coco Melon is the reason my nephew know his colors, his numbers, his ABCs and stuff like that. But we didn't just let him sit in front of the TV all day, every day. And then when we seen like when Coco Melon was making him scream and shout when he wouldn't come on, we cut it off. So when you start to see it have a negative reaction on your kid, it's time to stop. It's if he doesn't watch it, he's going to throw a tantrum. Well, in life, sometimes everything is not going to be, if I throw a tantrum, I'm going to get what I want. So sometimes you have to teach your kids that lesson. So I just don't think that screens should be raising your kids. And I don't think that the kids aren't agreeing to being on camera, then they shouldn't have to be on camera.
Yeah. I feel the same way. Kids
but I
wouldn't
even expose my kids on camera because I know what type of pedophiles and they be talking about what people can, especially with AI, what people can do with your one picture, your one kid picture on the internet, and make it something so vile and something that you couldn't even think of, and then it's probably gonna make you sick to your stomach once you see it. But sometimes I feel like parents don't even care. Like with the Miss Shirley girl, she's 3 years old. We call her Miss Shirley, like she's a grown woman. And then people are telling her, Mom, she don't need to be doing tours around the country, moving her body. That's the one who want to shake her tail feather with the fans at. I don't know. Like, no way your baby should be shaking her tail feather at 3 years old.
She in the video
Yeah,
too.
she's supposed to be in the video. Like, the fact that you put your child around all these grown people to entertain them, that's exploitation.
Like, that was a small home moment. Like, her with her family enjoying it, and y'all just blew it up. Because, oh my gosh, she's so cute.
Yeah, and then you see, like, it got 70,000 saves on it. No way you think 70,000 good individuals have saved this video.
Because I think it was people, I think I sent y'all the video she had on a pink outfit. I think it was the Jennifer Hudson show. Yeah. And it was people in the comments, like, I think it was like weird people sexualizing her. And we're like, bro, this is a child. Like,
but that's what you don't understand is some people are going to see it in that way, no matter how much normal people don't see it that way. Like, That's what I'm saying. When these videos getting saved, it ain't just regular people saying, "Oh, that's so cute."
Yeah.
It's some people that's actually using these images in a bad way. So I feel like just to save your child from that type of stuff, just keep the posting to a minimum.
Yeah.
And
that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't post your kid at all, but kind of keep it to a minimum because it's freaks out here.
Y'all not gonna see my baby till they probably 5. I'm sorry. Like I'm hiding it. Y'all ain't gonna know nothing. Y'all ain't gonna. You gotta see me in public. Catch me in public because I'm not. No.
I always said
people
that.
Is weird. People
ain't
are
nobody
very
gonna find
weird.
out until about 1 year old.
People are very, very weird out here.
They are, and I don't feel like anything's wrong with that. Even people who want to like hide their child's face, I respect that. That's like what you want to do because there are weird people out here. For me, I feel like as a parent, it's hard to like keep your child off because you're proud of them. So like me, I post my daughter, but it's not like every video. It's not really. I feel like it's not that often. It's like 1 or 2 here or there.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, she's finished her first grade, or like kind of like accomplishments and stuff like that.
That's one thing, but to have your child like
with the Miss,
perform for you and perform for those. So Miss Shirley, they had her in like Johnny Gill's My. They had her putting on a red dress and some red heels.
Oh.
What is that to put on the internet? Like, there's difference between, oh my God, I'm so proud for little Johnny for graduating the first grade. Oh my God, little Johnny just rode his bike for the first time. Yeah. And you actually putting your child, and you actually put your child in like a setting to be
sexualized.
Yeah, sexualized. Like, I feel like sometimes people understand that brings the views, that brings the money, and they don't really care what it does to their child. Like, the bills paid.
Yeah, and I was gonna say I also agree when you said if your child says no, like with my child, if you see her in a video, she agreed to do that video. Because I'll ask her like, hey, do you want to do this TikTok with me? No. And I respect it. It is what it is. I'm not about to force you. But some parents will force their child to do videos and stuff like that. And it's like, that's kind of crazy to me.
Now that I think about it, it's 2 TikTok. I mean, not 2 TikTok, but 2 Netflix documentaries. One is about this mom who was forcing all her kids to like be on her YouTube channel. Then it got to the point like she kicked the daddy out, moved this like kid therapist in, and then like come to find out her and the kid therapist was, abusing the kids and whatnot. It got so bad, like the kids had to escape and run to a neighbor's, and that's how she got caught. And then it was like this other kid influencer where her mom was like, Gigi knows her job, so if I pull this camera out, she know what to do when I pull this camera out. Like, and it's no, Gigi can say no. Gigi know the bills need to be paid. Yes, this is all on Netflix. So when I see stuff like that, I just know like the internet is just not a place for kids because it's just too much stuff you can see on here that kids don't need to be seeing. And that's just how I feel. I don't feel like they really need to be on it. When parents post their kids, I don't feel like nothing wrong with that. When it's like their accomplishments is something funny, it's just something slight. But when you make your kids like a page and all that, that's when it's taking it too far for me.
I feel like there just needs to be a temporary thing. So even with like Ryan, y'all know
Ryan's still making videos, ain't he?
But I was saying like
Ryan is a billionaire
for example,
at this point.
I know
Ryan, a teenager, still playing with toys.
But I was gonna say for that example, so say with Ryan, up until he's like, I say maybe middle school. Okay, that's enough. Like he's like you said, he's a billionaire. He has toys in the store. What more do you want him to do?
Yeah.
Like how long? Like,
but sometimes parents can only see that dollar sign, even though that's their child.
At that point, you're being greedy. Like, I could understand if that's what he wants to do. Okay, let him do
Ryan
it.
Don't like
But if you're forcing him to continue to do that and y'all have already made so much money, at that point, you're just being greedy because you're taking away your kid's privacy. He can't even probably go to school in peace. He probably doesn't even go to school.
They say, Ryan, you still playing with toys and you 12.
Or that. You're getting old, like the JoJo Siwa. She was for kids. Okay, at that point, you should have cut it off.
Her breakout.
When she wants to, now
but that's why she's weird.
Yeah, like, that does affect the kid. I feel like if I did that, it would be a temporary thing, like a couple years and stop, because there's no way it should be. It's like now you're like, is that a kid? And she's 16.
Because she started off on Dance Moms, ain't it?
Yeah. But like she said, she was 16, still wearing her little ponytail
and bow
in the
now
side.
People are confused when she's still acting like a kid, but now she's like showing who she's dating and like showing.
They don't like that.
Yeah, they don't like that.
That's the same thing with Lele.
Like
they feel like Lele technically
it's
grown.
like
She too grown for her age.
And it's
not
like,
really.
no, they're not grown. You just still see them as a kid.
Yeah.
But that's where the parents should have gave them that space in between kid and now they're older. Then we would have been like, okay, that's fine. But and then the other thing I was gonna say real quick is the screen time. So with screen time, I feel like there should definitely be a balance. And like you said, they shouldn't raise the kid. What I used to do with Melanie is like when we go out to dinner, she could not sit still. So like for that hour, we would let her like be on the screen. Or sometimes, most of the time it was like playing in the background. If it was TV, she didn't really watch TV when she was growing up. But I don't think it should be like every day they're like this.
Yeah.
That deprives their childhood. But yeah, the doctor used to be like, how many hours a day? It was like literally like an hour a day she's has screen time. So I feel like it shouldn't be overdone. And also, depending on age and like different things like that. So she's been watching kids YouTube like all up until I'll say till last year. Now she wants to watch regular YouTube, and I'm like, no, ma'am.
Yeah.
Like there's so much
Girl,
stuff on there.
Yeah,
She's like, well, this video it doesn't let me do it on kids YouTube. That's for a reason. Like
because
it might take you
too far.
It's gonna take her to somewhere else.
Yeah, it's gonna lead you. So every time I see her on YouTube now, I'm like, get off. She mostly does it on the TV, so I can see her on her personal iPad. There's no YouTube. There's no like extra apps. I still have kids'
If you
YouTube.
can find it, all them dang old apps.
Yeah, she does have a lot of apps. So every now and again, I have to go through her tablet because there'll be games nowadays. There's games that have ads pop up, and it's like so sad. So now I gotta go through your games that you're playing on your phone because ads are popping up. You're clicking on stuff on accident, take you to whole other websites. So you really have to monitor your kids like on a daily.
I was literally just about to say that because, like you say, parents are trusting YouTube Kids, but I've seen people come on TikTok and be like, my kid was on YouTube Kids, and now he's crying because a video told him that he need to kill me.
Oh, Lord. Well, y'all remember that whole little Momo thing that came out?
Yeah, something like that, basically. Like, they're telling
Momo
kids
was telling them to burn their
to kill themselves.
Like,
that's why, even if it's dedicated towards kids, you're going to have some sick individuals who's going to make videos that's going to make your kids do something bad. So you still have to watch.
Me and I was grown. Momo scared me.
I was gonna say, even like on the kids' YouTube, you can put controls. Like with everything, I have to like go in and put controls and like ages and stuff like that. Like just because she's 7 and 8 doesn't mean I can set it to 7 and 8. I can maybe have it on 3. Like that's why she's tired of it. But no, you have to monitor.
So necessary. Like kids don't even understand. Like internet is really not a place for kids, so I don't think that, me personally, I don't think I'm gonna give my kid a phone. It's one thing to watch, you can watch PBS on the TV, you can have TV, but the phones, I don't think that's happening until about 7th grade, like I was, because, oh my God, like I said, the internet just opened too many doors, and I'm not ready for that. Like, man, when y'all talking about getting catfish on Kick, that could have been a 30-year-old man, like, it's
that's
just,
how kids get
predatory.
What is it?
Predators get to kids.
Yeah, that's how they get
you
to
know,
them.
they gain their trust, and then next thing you know, you take it, and there's nothing your parent can do about it.
It's just like a full circle moment of everything now, because like even back then, like not our like parents, aunts, uncles, they had them little chat room stuff they used to be on. That's basically like, and how we had Kick, now with the kids now, it'd be like Gate, Roblox.
Oh my God, I don't even
it's basically a full circle. They gonna find
this weirdos on their messaging.
They gonna find something.
Oh my God, I just saw like a video where like it's like a show where like people are testing these parents' kids. They're like, oh, this is the trustworthy parent, this is the honest parent, this is this type of parent. And they test their kids to see like, okay, you're honest with your kid, you let them know that if they give their address out, it's possible somebody might come and take them. So they set somebody up to ask this lady's kid that her address, and she gave it out, and her mom was so sick, because if you would do this one time, and I'm telling how many times you've done it. But so like it's like a real eye opener.
But the thing with that is scary, because it's like, so I've seen like things that they've sent my daughter home, like you need to know your mom's phone number, your address, in case you get lost. But the thing is, that's where it's confusing to kids, because they don't know if it's someone trying to get them or if it's someone trying to help them. And I feel like that shouldn't be the kid's fault, because as a parent, that should be your thing to tell them. I remember my parents used to tell me, even if so-and-so from the church say, hey, your mom told me to pick you up today.
That's a fact.
You don't go with them. Like,
if I ain't tell you,
if I didn't tell you,
Yeah.
Those things need to be told to the kid. Hey, if it's if anyone's asking you for your address, that's not your teacher, the police, like, don't tell them.
I mean, but sometimes you can still say that, and then kids are like, "Oh, this might be another kid on the internet," and now this is a whole grown up. Yeah, like now that they've been exposed to that. So, yeah, you can say that. And, like, when it's real life situations, that's when it's really that deep. Because you just never know who might pull up, talk about, oh, your mom told me to come pick you up. What my mama
and
name
that's when
is.
that authority kick in again. Like I said, like, some kids, you just got to know not to play with your parents. Because, like, our parents.
Yeah.
Open my door while I'm at work. Sit down. Y'all can watch yourself while I'm at work. Don't open this door for nobody. We sure ain't open that door.
Going back to knowing your kid, because every kid can't stay home by themselves.
That's
like,
a fact. That's a
mine
fact.
is gonna take a minute for me to let her stay.
Yeah.
And not because she's like with her,
friends.
she's very like what's the word? Curious and she's explorative.
The backyard.
She'll probably go outside to the backyard, then end up in the neighbor's house. Like I can't let her stay home by herself. Like even when I'm here, she be trying to cross the. So I'm like, no, I can't.
Yeah.
So it's just knowing your kid, because even my mom told me, like, she let me stay home, but my brother, he couldn't be home by himself. No, but what I was gonna say was also what your kids are exposed to.
Oh yeah.
Like, so I don't curse around my daughter. We don't listen. I try not to play like cursing music or anything. So tell me why she was on the phone with one of her friends the other day, and the girl's mom was like cursing at her.
Oh Lord, I hate parents like that.
So my daughter came. She's like, so and so's mom cursed at her. I was like, yeah. I was like, we don't do that. Like, that's not the right thing to do. She's like, but why did she do that?
Yeah,
like,
you just have to explain.
Yeah,
That's
I have to explain to her, like, some parents choose to curse in front of their children or at their children. We just don't do that. She was so shocked. Like, and she brought it up the next day, too. She was like, I can't believe
like that baby hard.
She was
that distraught her.
She cursed at her. She
said that's insane.
And just stuff like that. Like, I feel proud as a parent to know, like, she knows not to do that. She knows it's not okay. But it's like,
and that's even a shock to her that's done.
It was a shock to her.
That's definitely a pat on the back.
And she asked real quick. She asked me. She was like, "Do you think so and so was like sad that her mom cursed at her?" I was like, "She's probably really used to it at this point." She was really like
that was on that baby hard. She was like,
that be on my heart too.
Like
one thing about it, kids really do have a sore spot in my heart. So when I be seeing parents calling their daughters and sons the B words, oh my god, that bothers me so bad. Because why would you do that? Like, why would you degrade your child?
That's not your
I don't get that. Like, I think some people just have kids just to have them, but they don't really truly love and want that process of raising them.
And you gotta think, it's how they was brought up too. Because it's like, break that cycle.
Yeah, it's time to break generational curses. Yeah. Like, just how we just was saying, like, it's some things that we dealt with growing up that we would not do to our kids. Yeah.
One thing about it, my mom ain't never called
none
me
of my parents ain't never called me out my name. So when people be like, oh, remember when our mamas used to cuss us out? No.
Can't relate. Did she used to cuss? I'm trying to think. Has my mama?
Nah, my daddy
cursed us out.
My daddy cusses like a sailor. It has never cussed us out.
Yeah, I don't think she cursed us out. I know she probably said, like, she'll probably curse in the middle of her talking, but I don't think she ever cursed at us. Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, she never did that. Like, never. So
that's what I would say. Like, helped me, because my parents didn't do it to me. My parents didn't curse in the house, so even when I would go to like middle school, so they're like, "Why do you not curse?" It's just not what we do in our household.
That's like that video I sent y'all.
They were like, "Just try it, just say something."
Not just try it.
I remember I was like,
"That's another thing. You gotta watch your kids around other kids."
I'm not gonna lie. Like, they would, when I went to school, they were like, "Just like try to." They're like, "So if someone curses you out, what are you gonna do?" I'm just be like, I'm not gonna curse them back out.
What's your favorite word?
So they used to try to like get me to like do it, and I was like, I would try it, and I was like, I don't like.
I don't really like cussing.
I didn't sound normal to me.
I will be honest, I didn't say the N word for a long time because I thought I sounded weird.
I thought I sounded racist. You nick.
Yeah, I used to be in my room practicing how to say it because I used to be like, I wanted to just roll off. I wanted to sound natural. It just sounded like I was trying too hard.
And it was my brother making me say bad words.
Yeah, it was like middle school. Like everybody saying it. So like I'm trying to like, and then my granny used to say it all the time. So it's like I used to like, dang, it don't just roll off like it roll off with her. Like it sounds forced.
It's so hard.
So like I don't think I started saying it till about who?
Your grandma. It's so hard.
No, my grandma. I said my granny. My grandma, mama used to say the N-word all the time growing up. Now my grandma, sometimes she get a little loose with that mouth. It's not all the time, but it's rare she cusses.
Maya Happy. She talking about, boy,
And that's why I'm
she was
15
dead.
pounds
She
down.
was dead wrong for that.
Anywho, next topic is comparison and competition. Do you think social media has us addicted to validation?
Ooh,
Yep.
I want to answer that.
She's like,
yes.
Just like
Yes.
that just reminded me when we were talking about the clothing the other day, how the teacher was like doing stuff on social media. You're trying to get a reaction.
Oh, yeah.
If you're-
Yeah.
That's just like if you're dressed a certain way on social media, presenting yourself, you can tell accounts that are trying to get attention.
Yeah.
Why are you revealing your body? Like, obviously you want, or if you are getting those comments and you continue to doing those same things, like, for example, the video I posted with cooking for my friend, in the comments, they're like, they're being wild. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm not doing that type of video no more because now you're going to think that I support what you're saying, or like, if I wanted attention, I would have kept doing like the same thing. So it's like sometimes I definitely agree. Like,
y'all,
you
all
can
she
tell.
did was make some food.
All I did was make food.
And they talking about something. Ooh,
Behind
I know
the
they this. I know
Like
what?
Yeah, they was making it gay.
They was making it real gay, like very gay. Like
we
y'all,
don't do
what?
that over here.
And we could have continued to ran with it,
Yeah.
but we were like, nah, because that's not really the image that I want.
Like y'all done messed up the content.
But if I could have, that got like almost 7 million views. So what if I was like, oh, I just want the views.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever for the view. That's what people be doing, stuff for the views and the money.
Exactly.
You be like sacrificing your morals.
And I think my comment made it worse because I was like, oh yeah, she treat me real. That comment got like 7,000
They was
likes.
like, oh, this is real gay.
Like what? Like
There
dang.
and say the strictly friends or something like that, and then one girl was like, "Don't ruin it for us."
Like what?
That's
Like y'all are sick. Go to church.
But yeah,
I do think social media has people addicted to validation. Like, you have some people that won't even post certain stuff because it's like, oh, birthday, I just about to birthday. But no, I feel like some people won't even post certain things because they be like, oh, this is not the aesthetic. Yeah, like,
Yep.
I remember when Instagram, you used to just be able to post your shoes and be like, shoe of the day or
KOTD.
kicks of the day. You used to be posting the most random stuff. You used to post a picture
Like
of a
Good
tree.
Morning Post.
And used to be like, oh my God, this tree is so beautiful. I remember when social media used to be not taken as seriously. Now it's like, oh, I can't have that on my page. I can't have that on my post. Like, that's not gonna have people doing this, that for me. Like, the validation of other people and what they want to see on your page instead of just posting what you want to post on your page.
Real quick, there was a video that was like, my mom told me to post someone who is missing in our family, but that doesn't go with my aesthetic.
Oh my God!
Bruh,
What?
Stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like,
You
like
can't
that.
even post the.
Yeah, they were like,
You
I can't
can't even
post
post-
the missing.
Y'all, I don't be
family,
seeing
missing-
it. Like, I don't be seeing the stuff they be seeing, especially like the Netflix stuff. What? Like, y'all, I don't watch TV. Like, when I come home, I go to sleep.
I don't watch TV either,
But,
but social
oh my
media, you'll
God.
see
I love me a
everything.
documentary. One thing about I don't watch TV, but I'm gonna throw me a little documentary on, be sitting out sad that somebody that I don't even know is dead.
That is crazy. Like, everybody feel as though if it don't fit the aesthetic or if you don't fit the aesthetic, it ain't going on their profile or you're not going to be included. So I do think society seeks validation. I'm not even going to say we. Like, I don't care what nobody thinks.
Yeah, I'm gonna post what I want to on my
Like, I'm gonna
page.
post, what?
Yeah, same.
You gonna be, when you look at my story, you going to be like, what does Danny got going on?
What? I literally just posted my Taylor Swift
And then
playlist. I don't
post
play.
Taylor Swift, then you're going to be listening to who next?
Ain't no telling
Ain't
Miley
Miley
Cyrus,
Cyrus, Key Gloss,
Paisley.
all
Ain't no
these other
telling.
people.
Like,
Like, you never know. Like,
but like, I'm not scared to post that I listen to my Taylor Swift. Like, other people like, oh, you black and you listen to Taylor Swift?
yes.
Yes.
It's nothing wrong
I'm
with
all
that.
for that white girl crazy music.
Baby,
Taylor
Taylor's so
Swift
crazy.
make music for the white girl crash outs, and I love it. I be like, you know what?
You know what?
H
Hell
yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say H
know what?
yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. Do you think it makes people fake to only post their wins? Ooh, I was just talking to somebody about this. I don't think that it makes them fake, but I just feel as though they shouldn't try to portray like something is as easy if it's not. Because everybody gonna struggle. Everybody has their struggles. They put on that luxury aesthetic lifestyle and want people to think, oh, well, it's this easy. All you got to do is this, is this. No, like you kind of giving them a false narrative. That's not it at all. Like, be real. Like, be real. Don't kind of just. It's okay to show your wins, 100%. Like, just don't make it seem like it was easy to come when you went through hard struggles.
I agree.
Yeah. I think I agree with that. Like, as long as you don't make it seem like something was easy, knowing you had to work hard for it, that's cool. Because as a person who don't really post like their personal business, I don't see why a person need to post their L's. Like, I don't think that make them fake. I just think that just means like they just handle their business offline, and when they have something to celebrate, they just bring it. So that don't make them fake. That just make them private or real, if you ask me. Because I see people post too much on the internet, and I feel like that's kind of overdoing it when you have so many people in your personal business, giving too many people the option to give their opinion on things.
Think pieces.
And who cares?
So to close out, we're going to say one thing we love about social media and one thing that will change about social media. So whoever want to start.
Okay, so what I love about social media is the creativity. So like me as a creative person who does art or like makes content or different things, I love like how people come up with stuff, and I'm like, how did they even think to do that? Like, there's so many things. So I would definitely love the creativity and like the positivity, the happy things, the new ideas and stuff like that. To tie into that, for example, I love how TikTok, that's like my new Google. I go in there to like ask questions rather than Google, but that's what I do love. What I would change is I feel like things need to be filtered. Like, I know they have filtered comments and stuff like that, but they need to be like filtered by Instagram or like filtered by like for everyone's account. Like, people shouldn't be able to like comment telling people to die and stuff like that.
Yeah. And
like,
even racist comments
or
racistness, I don't like that.
or like sexual thing, or how y'all know how there's like sometimes you'll scroll and there's like a random sexual ad,
like an OF,
stuff like that should
especially if there's nothing that you watch for real.
Like stuff that's not even in your algorithm. I feel like there needs to be heavier filters on all social media platforms. Like, you shouldn't be able to view someone getting shot or killed. Like, yes, you have the warning, but like, why is that even?
Sometimes you don't even get that.
Some stuff don't give you a warning label now.
So that's what I would change.
And to piggyback off what you're saying, I don't like how with Instagram they'll like restrict your account if you make a small little tiny comment, like nothing that serious. Like, let's say like you'll be like, you'll put a certain word, but they'll block you, but they'll allow sexual content
they'll allow
or like violence. And it's like, how you allow this on Instagram, like a whole video, but my little small comment, y'all, because I said shut up. Now I'm blocked from posting for 3 days. Like, wait, that's crazy.
They be flagging the wrong stuff.
They flag crazy stuff.
So they need to get the filtering together. Because like, why should I have to tell you like telling someone to die and then flag that? Like, that should already be flagged.
Because I had put STHU and somebody had, I think they had restricted me for
STHU.
But that's because sometimes people can report you. And it's like, when they report you,
that's what I don't appreciate. Because I'm not even the person that's going to report. But once you start reporting my comments that I made towards you, once you started for me, we both can report, boo.
Yeah.
But okay, so my thing that I love about social media is like the funny content. Like, I love a funny video. That's why I be TikTok down. Like, I love to laugh. That's just like what I like to do. The one thing I would change about social media is like the people that makes everything
serious.
Yeah, everything deep. Yeah. And deeper than what it is. Yeah, like I hate people that make everything into a think piece. Like everything does not need to be a think piece. Like it just might be the smallest little thing and they making paragraphs about it. And it's like, it wasn't that deep. Like you could have just scrolled past it. Sometimes I think people should just scroll past things instead of commenting on it. Because once you comment on it, that's when that comes into your algorithm. Now you constantly, posting towards this one thing. And it's like, if you would have ignored it, you would have never seen no more content like this ever. And I don't like how y'all say like people can use the hard ER, but as soon as they can use that ER word so freely in it, and there's no type of flags. It's all through the comments. They can say all type of things that they want to say about us. But I mean, people do own it. I do understand that, but I mean, it's just a respect thing. Like it's no way that should be allowed, and that's why they do it, because they know it's allowed.
To piggyback, Remember when I posted my daughter? You may have seen it. When I posted like having my daughter at a young age and like stuff like that.
Oh my god!
One person went. I think it was like one or two people. They went in about like how I'm taking food stamps and government money.
Oh, baby,
that's racist.
It's something that was like a sweet video, and
exactly.
that was something. That's what people portray their personal problems.
Yeah, but that's another thing I would also change about the social media is that people have like they love to give their opinion on social media, knowing they would not say these things to you in real life. Like,
yes.
They know they would not just come up to you and say those racist things, but they know because it's social media and you can't just, walk up to them and let them know, don't play with me. That they just gonna play with you, and that's why I just learned to just try to ignore certain things because that's the only reason they would have said that racist stuff to you is because they know you can't get to them and you can't send nobody to get to them.
And I was giving it to them in the car. I don't care. I'm the person. I'm an argument.
But like the fact that they could just say that, it's like you said, it should be filtered.
Also, like if you notice every time you click on their page, especially the trolls who do it on purpose, it's either private or
there's
nothing
no
on there.
No picture.
So like
or memes, just racist memes. Like
literally. So like you said, you can't take anything personal because they're literally doing it to get a reaction to troll.
Yeah,
they don't have nothing else better to do.
Basically,
but something that I like about social media, I like the marketing part of it because you just never know who you can come across. You never know who you can meet for real. Like sometimes, like that's the positive part of it because that's also what Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that kind of is used for. You never know, like that one post that you could have, or like for us, we could have one video pop up on somebody's feed, and they could be like, "I like their vibe." Like, let me hit them up. Let me see if we could collab, something like that. Like, you just never know who you can come across, and it's like so many great opportunities, and there's so many ways that you can make money from social media as well. So it's like, really, how can you not kind of take advantage of that because there's so many different ways and opportunities out there with social media.
Million ways to get a bag. What you broke for?
I don't know that song.
Oh, that's the song.
It's Boss Man D-Lo.
Oh, I thought she was
like,
ate.
No,
I was like,
that's my favorite.
I knew it was a song. I knew it was a song.
I didn't know it was. I was like, you know what?
I made that and other stuff, but I get sued.
But something that I dislike about social media, or that I would change, I would definitely be more stricter with the age requirements because it's kids getting on social media. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Why was I on Facebook at like 13?
But sneaking? My parents definitely didn't say no. Definitely was sneaking.
Like I definitely, I didn't even ask. I just made one. Like, what was I on Facebook for? But I definitely feel like it should be stronger.
I definitely had to change my age.
We changed the age for sure. Yeah. So it should be stronger. What's the word? Verification processes.
TikTok does.
They are trying to make it that way though, where you have to put your ID in.
Oh yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Information to make accounts.
Okay,
but that's what they're trying to do. That hasn't really passed yet.
They do that for TikTok Live. You have to scan your ID before, and then
every
you have
time
to verify. No, just once to verify your age.
Okay,
your so I like that.
So that's what I like. Just something strong because. Save the children, like, cool. Like, if the parent makes a page, you need to be the person on that page and monitoring it, making sure there's nothing going on. Because a child, that is what I just feel like somebody that's 7 to. So I don't even know the proper age I would want my child on social media. I'm not even gonna lie. Like,
high school,
I'm monitoring it. Yeah. That's my 2. So.
But overall, we just want to
# make social media fun again.
And we're just going to go ahead and wrap up with our prayer of this episode. Father God, thank you for bringing us here today. Thank you for bringing us here safely. Thank you for bringing us this idea to come together. Thank you for giving us a chance to create our 2nd season and our 2nd episode. Thank you for giving us the knowledge, the wisdom that we have today, and just keep guiding us throughout our days and make our paths more straight, make us more brighter. Give us the will to do more with what we're doing, have more people reach us, have us reach more people and touch people and just make us better than what we are. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
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 Bye.